This week in Erie, we're talking about your local state lawmakers and how they're helping residents through the pandemic, creating a bridge between Erie County and Harrisburg. Joining us is Chip Deufel, Legislative Assistant to State Representative Ryan Bizzarro. Chip, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me, Jill.
So Chip, it's been a busy several months for everyone, and especially your office working through this pandemic, and it's far-reaching. Tell us what it's been like during this time.
Oh, it's been quite a change. Working for you is kind of our slogan, and that we've been answering the phones throughout the entire pandemic, answering constituent questions, emails, that sort of thing. And it's not just been from the Erie area. I have actually taken an unemployment phone call from someone in Philadelphia and another individual from Clarion County as well.
Well, and I know the big topic, it seems like, has been unemployment. And explain the role of your office in helping constituents navigate the system, and what can someone do if they do need that help still?
Well, they can call our office. We have a couple of intake forms that the Department of Labor and Industry has emailed to us, and that's kind of how they officially keep track of those folks that are having issues with their unemployment, whether they haven't got their letter yet, they haven't got their PIN number yet, or they're having trouble, filing. There's people that have filed and they haven't received any payments yet. So we can fill out that intake form, send it down to the Department of Labor and Industry, and then they will reach out to the individual constituent, or they'll email us, and our office can reach out to them for more information if they need it, or to let them know that their issue has been resolved.
Now, if someone is still having problems, though, do you think contacting your office kind of gives them a step up, or at least so you can put them in the right direction?
Yeah, it does. We can put them in the right direction. If they haven't already called our office, or if they have already called our office and we've sent an inquiry in, they're just going to have to be patient. I know it's tough for a lot of people, but let the system work itself. If we keep sending in requests for the same individual, that's just going to push them back further in the queue, as they say, for getting their issues resolved.
Well, and it's been a busy time, not only unemployment, but other issues too. Tell me about the casework increase in your office.
Our casework has pretty much doubled between the months of March, April, and May, just with the whole pandemic and people not being able to go to work because of the COVID-19 virus. In April of this year, we've had almost 2,300 CTS entries in our system. That's 2,300 constituents that we've helped with a variety of issues, mainly unemployment.
What are some of the other issues you're seeing people having concerns about?
They're just really concerned with the unemployment and their registrations, their license. We do rent rebate, property tax rebate for folks as well. There was a timeline for that. Governor Wolf extended that for the rent rebates until the end of the year, and now folks are starting to come in with registrations, license renewals, and that sort of thing.
Well, I'm sure too it's comforting for the constituents, because if they call your office, someone's going to answer their question.
Oh, exactly. We have all of our staff working Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, and the phones, they never stop ringing. The doorbell never stops ringing, and folks coming into the lobby of our office seeking help with whatever issues they have, whether it's unemployment or a PennDOT issue with their license or registration, or our rent rebates as well. We handle that there.
And let's talk about that, because for anyone who went to the office pre-pandemic, things do look a little bit different and things are running a little differently. So go through what the process is like now for anyone who wants to actually have an in-person visit at the office.
Okay. First off, we moved during the pandemic. The end of March, we moved to a different office, just a few doors down from the old one. We're in the same plaza on Peninsula Drive, and we're right next to the Domino's Pizza, and we're waiting to have the sign on the outside changed. When you come into the office, you must wear a mask, and we only allow 2 people in our lobby at a time.
And what can you help people with beyond just COVID-related issues? What are some things that you would deal with before all of this happened?
Oh my goodness. A lot of people, they had questions. October of 2020, was supposed to be the deadline for Real ID. And we had a lot of people questioning, what do I need? Where do I go to get a birth certificate, a marriage license, marriage certificate if they weren't married in Erie County. We had a lot of people were coming in and asking questions about that. Well, now that that's been extended until 2021, that's kind of fallen by the wayside, but we do have updated Real ID forms in the office, so if people are thinking about when their license comes due and they want to get the Real ID, we do have the up-to-date checklist of what they need for that Real ID designation on their license.
Well, Chip Deufel, we thank you so much for joining us. Legislative Assistant to State Representative Ryan Bizzaro. It sounds like you've been pretty busy during this pandemic, and we thank you so much for joining us today and sharing us. But before we go to, what is the number someone can call if they do have a question?
Our office number, I'll give you the area code, it's 814-835-2880.
Okay, Chip Deufel, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me, and it has been a busy 4 months.
It has been. And that is This Week in Erie. Thanks for joining us.